So, I'm not done rewatching Rise of the TMNT yet, so what am I going to do instead? I'm going to force you to listen to my current hyperfixation. D&D. Now hold on, hear me out, okay? D&D has taken a grip on my life that is probably to the point of being unhealthy for both my time and my money. However, I am here today to try to convince you to give it a try yourself if you haven't already. Why? Well, let's get into that. Now, I had been wanting to play D&D for a long time. There were just a few things that I was worried about when going about it. First of all, the idea of this nerdy game was something that was pushing me away. How could dressed up math with strangers possibly be fun? Now, I already struggle with math, especially mental math. I almost said mental health math. Especially mental math, because it is hard to see stuff in my head, which makes it hard for me to hold values up there. Hard for me to explain, but that might be something I go over in a different video. So I've always been scared that it is just an excuse to be doing math all day. To a degree, yes there is math in D&D. However, most of the time it is manageable, and even if it isn't, if you prepare your modifiers correctly, it can help you get it done quickly even if you struggle with math. Secondly, the idea of role-playing with people seems scary to me, at least with strangers who could actually see my face. Now, I know that D&D doesn't necessarily have to be with strangers, but at this point I did not have a whole lot of people in my life who I would ever respectfully want to do a D&D campaign with. Thirdly, the rules. There are so many rules in D&D, and that is scary to me. I am a person who feels obligated to follow the rules no matter what. What are the rules? What do I have to do? Tell me precisely, or I will actually tweak out and not make a decision as well. The rules factor was a really scary factor to me because I didn't want to get them wrong, and I didn't want to slow anybody down. That is where I want to intervene with these worries a little bit. I had heard that my best friend, someone who suggests things for me to play or watch all the time, and I end up loving them. Anything that I may get hyperfixated on, chances are blame him. Anyway, I had heard that he had begun playing some D&D campaigns with people. I was skeptical about it, but I will admit I was extremely curious. I began to tell him I would be interested in playing D&D, but only if it was with somebody that I knew. That might not have been exactly what I had said, but the message was there nonetheless. Eventually, he approached me and said that one of the campaigns he was in was needing a new player and that he had suggested me. I remember how afraid I was at this point because, yes, I did want to play this game, but what if I messed it up? Where would I even start? Luckily, my friend held my hand the entire time of creating my character and helping me out, and he still sometimes does because I'm still kind of new and I'm, Yeah. Ever since going to my first session, I haven't looked back. We even ended up making another campaign, and now we are currently about to start another one as well. So this group is going to be playing 3 campaigns at once, and I don't regret a single bit of it. I still struggle with the rules and roles sometimes, and my brain panics when decisions are left to me, or when I have to do unexpected math, and I'll freeze. But my group is extremely understanding, and it has been a blast to be with them. Now, I'm going to go into why I think everyone should play at least once in their life, and how that would be beneficial. The reason I believe it would be beneficial for people to play this game is because it's just a wonderful experience overall. It may seem nerdy and kind of weird, and yeah, it is, but that's the fun of it. Not only do you get to be a character and be a part of the story, you have other people who are there with you and are sharing that experience with you. A big reason why I would suggest it is because it gives you a chance to be a part of something that feels bigger than yourself. And I know, that sounds ridiculous about a little nerdy game about role-playing with your little guys with trauma, but it's how I feel. Yes, my character is important, and I am excited to represent them and see what's going to happen with them in the future. But I am interested in other people's characters and their stories as well. I want to see them laugh, I want to see them grow, and I yearn for characters and their stories. There is also just a sense of hijinks that occurs in D&D. Sometimes the most stupid shit will happen, and all you can do is just lose your shit at it because you could never have seen it coming. Not only that, but you get to make a little guy. And I know that not everyone loves making characters, but that is one of my favorite things ever. I love making characters with backstories and beginning to breathe life into these characters, because the character designer in me is just a little gremlin desperately clawing at the chance to make a little guy. And other characters get to interact with your little guy. Everyone else is making a little guy in your party as well. These little guys get to interact with each other. You could be really close to one character, but your character just despises another one. Your character could have started off on the wrong foot and slowly begin to tolerate each other with another one. There is so much that is possible within D&D, and I'm still new to it. There's still stuff I could never imagine that could happen, and I would still be floored. Of course, it is very important that you choose a campaign that works for you. For example, the campaign I am in is a lot more lenient than I have ever heard other rules being. This fits my playstyle very well, as rules and regulations stress me out, especially when there are a lot of them that seem unimportant to me. There are circumstances I have heard of the opposite happening, and the player's playstyle is just not fitting the campaign. And I have heard misery come from those stories. However, that should not discourage you from trying, because no matter what, a campaign is a learning experience. I think there is so much to gain, even outside of the game itself. Not only does it cause you to strain your little brain to see if you can make up a little plan, or in some cases just hit everything with an axe, not me at all, but it also causes you to write. Whether or not you realize it, it causes you to be creative, and it causes you to try and think in ways that you haven't before. That is not only beneficial at the table, but is also beneficial when it comes to real life, because it helps you think of things you never thought you could think of. It causes you to use your brain. It causes you to create characters that perhaps you never imagined yourself playing. And it causes you to be more than just yourself. I think that is extremely important when it comes to life. The more creative you are, the more people may begin to flock to you without you realizing it. As someone who is in a creative field, it heavily impacts my creativity outside of the campaign as well. Like, the more you flex that creative part of your brain, the easier it is to use it in real life. I could go on and on about this, but frankly, I've got homework I've got to do and D&D preparation, So, in the end, D&D is just a delightful experience overall. Whether or not you're playing with real-life players, or players you happen to find along the way. What the fuck is this, One Piece? Okay. It is an extremely useful experience that I think everyone could benefit from. So go now, go make your little guys and share them with the world, or I will hunt you down. Have fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm still getting my way through Rise of the TMNT so I can maybe analyze some things for a possible another video. Excited to get that done since it has been quite a long time since I have watched it last. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you all next time.